Okay, so no ply sheets there anymore. We've got 14 sheets in here, which will do all the walls, including this one here, which will have a cavity slider going there, here, and the ceiling. And then the remaining sheets all stacked in here to stay nice and dry, because we are watertight now. I've got all the flashings on the roof as well, so we're completely watertight now, thank goodness. So I was able to go and get the order the ply and a few other bits and pieces yesterday. That all arrived today, and we've got it inside. That sheet over there is a bit wet, but it's just a bottom sheet from the transportation, so I'll just leave that up there separately so it can dry out. What I'm actually going to do though is check the other side of it and make sure the other side's not wet, the side that I'll be using for lining, and if it is wet, I'll wet the whole sheet and I'll wipe it down so that there won't be one specific watermark on it. I'll dampen the whole top of the sheet so that it'll get rid of any likelihood of a spot of water that just shows up after it dries out. And I've just unwrapped the other part of the delivery. So these are all the ceiling battens that I need to put up in the ceiling before I can, one, do the bats, and two, then line it. So I'm going to cut all the ceiling battens for the bedroom first, because I'm going to line the bedroom first, with the hope that Barb and I will be able to get in here and get out of the camper and have a bit more space. But yeah, so first job, cutting the ceiling battens and getting ready to put them up. Whoa, geez, look how scruffy I am. Anyway, this is the first time in the building stage that I am starting to use the laser. Why am I using the laser, you might ask? Well, I'm using the laser because I've just put up all the ceiling battens, and the laser gives me a point to measure to, so that I can adjust the ceiling battens up or down. Well, not up, because the way that I do it is I put one nail into every point along the rafter, just one nail, and that allows me to pry it down. So what I do with the laser is I measure them all first. I'll show you that. Put it up there, the laser hits it. Can you see that? Yeah, the red mark tells me the measurement down. So if I hold that straight down from that ceiling batten, that gives me a measurement, and then I can go along every single one on the whole ceiling. So I know that, no, I haven't got my glasses on, but I did this just before. I know that we're sitting around about 220. I could be corrected because I don't have my glasses and can't remember. And that one there, pretty much the same. This one here is 1 mil out, so 219. So I need to put one mil packer of malthoid under there. This one's 218, so 2 packets of malthoid under there. And we're back to 219 here, and so on and so on. So pretty simple, but just by putting one nail in, I can pack them down by prying them open, and then shooting. Once I've got those packers in, I shoot another nail in on a skew, and that will get my ceiling all nice and level. Thank goodness for lasers. Okay, well, that's 3 of the ceiling battens done. Quite time consuming, but well worth doing. So you can see that I've got packers down this end mostly, because there's a bit of a bow up in the rafters, and I need to drop them down a little bit to get rid of that bow in the rafters out. and get my ceiling nice and flat. So I'm just going to continue on and do all of these, but I'm not going to time lapse that because there's a fair bit of work involved in that.
So this morning the first sheet of ply is going up on the ceiling. That's a bit of a mammoth job on top of all those prickly bats.
Okay, ladies and gents, well, one of the more difficult things to do is put a ceiling up, especially without what they call a jib lifter or a sheet lifter. We didn't have the sheet lifter today. We are going to have it for the remaining inserting of the ceiling, but for today, Connie's on her way up, and we thought we'd try and line this room completely so that she can stay in this room and have somewhere nice and warm. Connie, my daughter, if you don't know that, yeah, she's driving up from Queenstown. She's on her way already. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys something though. What I've done in the corners here looks a bit messy, doesn't it? I don't know if you can see that, but in the corners I've spray foamed in there. There's a wee gap that you can get into, usually always. In fact, I'll take you to another one where I haven't done yet, and I'll show you. See, here's a one where I haven't cut the foam off yet. So spray foamed inside that internal corner. I've also done around the windows like you normally do. Yeah, spray foam really expands, or expanding foam. Haven't finished up there yet. Well, there, I've still got my last can to go. But yeah, also this corner, obviously getting neater and neater as I go. Okay, well there's a corner that I haven't done yet, and you can see there's a good gap in there, and I just stick the nozzle of the spray foam or the expanding foam in there, and I fill that up with expanding foam. That way I know I'm getting maximum protection from heat loss. And yeah, I've started the lining where I can at the moment until that's dry. It's just started to dry off properly now, so I can cut it and carry on lining. Right, I'll continue.
Palm trees swaying with the ocean as my guide. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Top down riding, let the West Coast vibes collide. Corner store stops, grab a drink, it's all good.
Okay, so that was me cutting off all the excess foam in the corners and around the windows, etc. It always feels like a bit of a waste because look at this. That is the excess of the expanding foam. That is waste. It's just waste. Can't do anything with that. Well, I like to think I'm a pretty frugal builder. I try and calculate my sheets and cut economically. But yeah, that's not economical at this point. But at the point of heating your home, that's going to be economical because you're closing up every possible gap that the heat might be able to escape from. Remember, heat is attracted to cold. So if there's an extra cold join somewhere in your house, it can be anywhere. It can be in the floor, it can be anywhere. Heat just doesn't rise. Heat is attracted to cold. And if that was empty, no foam in there, then the heat would just instantly go for that point and be sucked out by the cold. Nice. All right, we'll carry on lining this place and we'll well people, lots going on today. Beautiful sunny day, quite hot, sweating again as usual, typical for me. I'll take you up there soon. There's a lot going on out there as well, but first of all, just want to show you what's going on in here. And we've now progressed quite a bit, done a few of the walls, and we should finish the rest of this today, apart from where the cavity slider goes in, because that hasn't arrived yet. So we just got those bits around the top to do. That little sheet there, that little sheet there, and the bits around the top of the door there. And that'll be enough for today, because out here we have Connie has arrived, and that's Barb. Oh man, I don't know if you can see her way down there. She's weeding along the edges of that fence, and Connie is going before her with the big weed eater. Now that's a heavy weed eater, so she's doing very well. she's there. And yeah, she's going and clearing the tall stuff, and then Barbara goes in and clears the lower stuff, and later on we're going to plant all the way down that fence line flax bushes, very similar to what we've got over here, because we want to shield ourselves from the vehicles going down the side of the road, of course. So yeah, that's the short-term plan with planting. We've got a long-term plan with planting as well, a lot going on. Here's Connie. And there's Barb. I think it's just about smoker time, surely.
Connie's come for the weekend and we've put her to work. It's been a blessing. On the roof with Paul, which has saved me a job. She's filings from corkscrew the roof on. And the wind's just starting to come up a bit. But another gorgeous day.
Okay, so continuing on from what Barb just said, here's Connie, and we are going down the roof 4 channels at a time and cleaning it off, making sure there's nothing on the roof, especially any metal fragments that have got up here from cutting the sheets and cutting the flashing. Any metal flashing, any metal filings and things that are left on the roof can rust really quickly, so that's going to get into the iron, so we've got to get rid of that. Not to mention the fact that we don't want metal filings going into our drinking water, because eventually this is going to become drinking water off this roof down into some water tanks. And that is the roof all cleaned. Well, it's Sunday afternoon and it's time for a bit of a break. So we've come for a drive to Lake Canary.
And getting rocks. Look at all those things.
That's Southern Alps in the background there. Lake Canary is quite big.
Wow. Wow, go Duke.
One of Duke's favourite pastimes.
A warm day, he can do it. Do you think he can
And it's what? 15 degrees.
Yeah.